This is a continued discussion from the previous episode of Nose to Tail, a podcast where we explore the world of aviation lifecycle solutions, insights, and more. Presented by Jet Midwest.
What do you think you guys are going to focus on in 25 and then rolling that into the next couple of years? Is it going to be is it more customers, or is it more product lines, or maybe a combination of both?
I think it's a combination of both. We're trying to bring on board a little bit more different, diversify our product line. We got to pick. We're trying to get the correct product line. It's not just get any product line, right? We want to see something that really fits together with our background and our expertise, as well as the customers too. We're trying to get the right customer base. We don't want to go for these large customers where maybe we're not ready for. We understand, who AvGen is today and how we want to ensure we perform. We're hungry, but we understand where we want to be next year, the year after that, and 5 years from now.
Yeah, I was once warned about getting approved with a large airline, and they said, just be aware that once you get approved, that someday a truck of broken stuff's just going to show up. And you're going to have to hit the targets that you set for each one of those items. So, buyer beware. If you do this, that's what's going to happen. And
that dream might become a nightmare. Right?
Yeah. We did walk very gingerly with that project. We did not add a lot of items on our capabilities list on that particular customer's system, right? Because they just put it in their computer and they just send you stuff. And I'm like, wow, that could be kind of scary. I think today I would probably try it, but even then I'd probably still walk a little gingerly. Any hints as to what product lines? I don't know if it's some public knowledge yet, but is there something we can tell our listeners that maybe they should be looking for?
We're going to focus a little bit more on pneumatics.
Okay.
And we're going to, that is also one of these product lines that has a lot of removals and some, there's lots of challenges with the OEMs as well. And I think that'd be a good opportunity for us to grow into. So.
Is there a particular aircraft type that you're driving towards?
Narrow bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to go into that narrow body that seems like a good fit for us. So.
Yeah, and there's certainly a lot of them. That helps.
Yeah,
exactly. Being North American, you've got an awful lot of single-aisle Airbus and Boeing and CRJs. There's a lot of airplanes out there right now. Like, being in the wide-body market, which I love being in the wide-body side, don't get me wrong. Everything is bigger and usually has at least one extra zero.
Exactly.
In there somewhere. Certainly having the volume, right? And then it's with this many 737s and A320s, you're getting pretty consistent work, right? It's going to be the same style part over and over and over again.
Yes.
It's a good business model. A lot of your competitors are out there kind of living in that same world. So that's fantastic. Well, I ask all of my guests what their favorite aircraft is and kind of why, and I get lots of varieties of answers, and I know they'd love to find out, Daniel, what you think.
So my favorite aircraft, I think it's the A320. It's a tried and proven aircraft. We've seen it evolve over the years, from its development to different engines that have come across, and it's cool to see that it's still relevant today.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Most of my early career was in the Boeing Douglas families, and I remember my first time I was. We had an A320 in the hangar, and I'm like, this thing is on stilts. And I come to find out, I actually didn't know, because I'd not been around one on the ground, right? I've flown on them. But, the landing gear, the airplanes are just higher off the ground. And whatever strategic decision, engineering decision that they made, that's what they did. And honestly, it turned out to be a great decision, because as they've re-engined, they didn't run into some of the problems that Boeing had when they re-engined with a slower aircraft, and they had some challenges because of that. So I can appreciate that on the A320 for sure. Well, listen, is there anything you wanted to add to the dialogue, or anything that's important for you in your career, something you can tell the folks out there, or something about AvGen that is unique selling point that you guys have, that you're able to walk into that customer and really pitch them? What's
I think
that
we covered
pitch?
it pretty good. It's going to be the technical side of the business and how we can work together as partners rather than, just that repair order, right? We're looking for this long-term relationship that goes both ways. We want the positive feedback, but without the negative feedback, where are you really going, right?
Perfect.
You got to make yourself, make the company better every day and just work together. We're all in this together.
So how big is the company?
13,000 square feet and right now 25 people.
Nice. Is there a plan to add more people?
Yes, we're growing every day. That's one of our challenges, everyone's challenge. And now we're getting good technicians. We're lucky enough that in South Florida, there's lots of technical schools, and there's new schools coming up every day. So, and lots of great, eager students that are out there and are ready to get into the industry.
Yeah, it's really good. What is the path that you guys see that is mostly technical schools? Is that how most of the time they're coming to you?
Right now, it's mostly technical schools. We're working with a local technical school to get an internship program going, where they could come in the afternoons, maybe do a little bit of one product line, a little bit of the other product line, kind of focus, and then they can develop with it themselves. Well, this is what I want to focus on,
Yeah, that's great. We've been lucky enough. We have one large aviation school in Kansas City, and they have day and night classes. And so what we've been able to do is when we hire someone from the school who's still in school, we'll bring them on to maybe say our airframe team, and they'll work on aircraft storage and some fairly repetitive items, just every day, and they'll come in and they'll work from 7 in the morning until 4 o'clock, and then they jockey off to school. And sometimes we help them with tuition type things if they prove themselves as an employee. So it's a good way for them to both have a job and get that training. So I really like your approach at the component shop level, because in our component shop we struggle because that school really is more geared towards general aviation assets, so that they're working on Cessna parts.
Correct. Yeah.
And some of the robustness of the systems that we're working with, it's just not the same. And in the learning process of procedures, they have to get through that. But it would be great to conceptualize kind of what you're doing. Maybe that's what we should be attacking with our school and say, hey, we'll help you build the curriculum.
There you go.
We'll provide you the parts, the stuff to work on, and you guys can train those folks on the process and procedures and things. And
it's a great opportunity.
I think I'm gonna steal your idea. I'm gonna steal your idea. I'll give you credits. I don't need credit.
That's all right.
I'm all about good ideas. All right, Danny. I am blessed that my partners in my business are my brother and my sister, and it's been an amazing experience. And we've really learned how to overcome adversity. I think all the trials and tribulations in the back of a station wagon, driving cross country, learning those battles and how to navigate each other has helped us in business. You work with your brother?
I do.
And tell me a little bit about how those roles fit and how you guys manage that dynamic.
Sure. I think when we first started the business, we each have our own different backgrounds, and it kind of took a little bit of time to realize, well, you're going to specialize in this while I specialize in something else. I handle this while you handle that, and that really complemented each other so we could really be successful.
That's good. We had a similar metamorphosis with our company as well as we grew. Both my brother and sister live in California, and when we moved to the overall base in Kansas City, and I was the only one living there, they said, we're not moving to Kansas City, so you can take the CLO job. Thank you. Appreciate that. So kind of the same thing. Kind of the same thing. Split duties. But it's fantastic. I assume you love working with your brother.
We do. I love working with him. We have a very tight relationship, and it's been years. It's tough because you're working with, family, right? What we try to do is when we, get off of work, not talk about work, even though you're addicted to success and you want to talk about this 24 hours a day. But yeah, it's important to kind of relax sometimes and disconnect, right?
We run into a similar problem in that we'll be on the work call together, and we'll finish the work portion, and then we'll just start talking about personal stuff because we know we won't have time to come back and revisit it later. So, find out what happened at somebody's birthday party or a ball game or something. So, thanks for listening, Nose to Tail podcasters. This is Patrick Kraus with Danny. We appreciate you listening. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to our podcast, Nose to Tail. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Presented by Jet Midwest.